Certainly a gentleman in one sense of the word.
What?
I said Nelson's a true gentleman in one sense of the word.
What does that mean? Also, are you like standing in the opposite corner of your microphone?
Can't is like put on face cam right now. I see what direction your mic is facing.
My mic is like right in front of my. I always forget I'm not wearing a shirt.
Why? Okay, are you German? What the fuck is like?
Your face is so oily. You gotta give that shit a clean.
I haven't had my cleanser. I usually do it just before bed.
No, it's alright. Everyone's face gets oily. My face is also oily right now. I just shower and then it's not.
But I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What am I doing here? I don't belong here.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Robo-Café podcast.
You're a esteemed gentleman.
And Bun Chip Dip, Banjo Owners, Jambo Faggotron.
I am the supreme faggot, Max, also known as Ghost RFM. You can find me on YouTube and find my shitty webcomic on MSPFA
and
TikTok and WeChat.
Yeah.
And what's that other Russian Instagram
VK
that I have? Yeah, VK. You can find me. I'm big on VK.
We should make a Robo-Café VK.
It's so stupid because it's just like it would just be like this account. It's like, all right, it's just this English account that I don't know what this says. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
That's like been fucking. There's like it was like that Tessa Violet song where it was like kind of whatever in the English market, but like really huge in Russia. And like all the comments are like fucking Privyet, I don't know Russian. I know those two words.
CS:GO. That's all they say. It's all they all talk about CS:GO. They also
Also, Connor, if you wanna.
Sorry.
Hi, my name's Techni. You'll find me in the credits list of most Dorkly videos as the mind behind the power.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's my claim to fame. I'm a big Dorkly guy.
Next week, guys, just before we get out of the way, next week is gonna be the episode where we get Notch to feature on the podcast. Yep. So look forward to that.
We will be saying, you will be speaking the truth. You will be unfiltered.
We'll be talking all things gaming and transgender
and race
and fucking candy room in LA mansion
and autistic people at Minecon
and Notch's personal autism.
Exactly. And his dead brother that haunts Minecraft to this day.
Yeah, and the fact that he was originally actually in Minecraft and then he escaped the code of Minecraft and made it a real game.
Yes.
That's definitely true.
I read a fucking that was the one thing I've only ever read on Wattpad. There was like a whole fucking fanfic about that. How Notch and Herobrine were brothers, and like midway through, like Notch jumps out of Minecraft into like the real world. And then he condemns Herobrine to like be stuck in Minecraft world.
Always be
I think it was called Broken Brothers.
Oh fuck! How was the writing? Was it shabby or was it?
I was like fucking 10 or 11. I even if it was shit, I wouldn't have cared. I was
I remember as a kid. I remember like being 10 and playing like Minecraft Lite on my my iPad. And I'd hear about Herobrine and I'd be deathly afraid of him because I would be like, what if he appears in my game? What if he kills me? For the longest time, I was searching like Herobrine. I used to go on my iPad and I'd search up Herobrine sighting and misspell it every time. But I'd eventually find it and it'd just be like some like shitty fucking like hypercam to visual of like someone else in someone else's game as Herobrine breaking.
Yeah.
Like they would be in the mine shaft and they'll like break through like the fucking like one layer of stone.
I love the Herobrine sightings. All the ones where it was just like, I was playing a game, and then you just see him in the distance, and everyone's like, "Oh, dude, Herobrine's in your world." Oh,
My big
Fucking Herobrine.
my big horror like kids thing was there's a channel called Tad's Top Tens. I put this on like a couple days ago for a bit, but I got super freaked out by their videos because they have 3 guys, right? One of which is absolute dog shit, one of which is alright, and the other guy has like a genuinely really good voice. And all like the scariest ones they get like the actually good guy to do. And I fucking always shit myself.
Connor, try angling your mic a little bit upwards. Just a little bit. I feel like it's pointing like your chest, and that's why you're like weirdly quiet.
My mic is literally piercing the heavens.
No, like I feel like it's pointing like not at your mouth and more like your chest, and that's why it's you know, you're quiet.
My mic is.
That's better.
Yeah, I guess I had to point it too far up because I had to point it like vertically.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, thank you. I wanted to ask, but I forgot. That's all. So I'm really nostalgic for Tat's Top 10.
Tat's Top 10s.
Yeah.
Are they the student watches porn and gets naked, or is that?
No, that's a different thing, I believe.
Nah, I remember that. I think. I remember that.
Porn
Well, everyone's seen that video, but
gets naked.
It gets naked. Student watches porn and gets naked.
If we're talking about young stuff, we have to talk about real old friendly Geordies.
I don't know, do we?
No, I don't think we do. So, life update, guys.
Imagine
I got a
being
nose
these
piercing.
people.
Yeah.
So, you know, I know everyone's dying to hear
Are we back on topic?
about our daily lives. Connor, there needs to be preamble at least a little bit before we get into it. Jesus Christ.
This is like from last week.
Let it be natural, man. Let it flow. Come on, man. You're too structured. You're too rigid. Smoke some doinks and get on this shit. Fuck, man.
I'm definitely too rigid.
Yeah, I know. You're bricked up every time we record.
I know, you have a big fucking like bulge in your pants when you like, and you record naked every time, which I don't really appreciate.
I appreciate it. I think that's alpha as shit.
Look, my chest hair don't stop growing for nobody, especially not me.
Yeah.
Take my shirt off, otherwise it'll rip through.
Yeah, I got my nostril pierced. It's the most mundane fucking thing ever, but now I have a little septum ring with spikes and a little black dot on my nostril, so
yeah, looks sick.
It's all just to cope for the fact that I have a fucking shitty bump nose. I have a nose that has has a bump on it naturally because
I think I don't think it's that
true.
bad. It's not that noticeable. It's not that.
It's incredibly noticeable if you look at my side profile.
Well, everyone looks bad in their side profile. Like, honestly.
Yeah, everyone is also self-conscious about the way they look, no matter what.
Exactly. Like, being my big fucking emo hair.
Every single time we turn on fucking face cam in our server, half the time you look at Max's cam and he's looking straight at himself, like adjusting his hair and shit. It's like, oh, sick.
Max, first time having sex, Max will be fucking Patrick Bateman.
Yeah.
Just trying to look at myself in the mirror, just trying to get my hair right. Sorry. I just gotta move. A little bit of my forehead is showing. I gotta like push that back.
I especially love comparing it to me, where I'm usually like shirtless or I'm like.
Yeah, he's like, Con doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And he'll just show up fucking like again full ass butt naked and just not care. I don't want to go on face cam because I have one pimple on the side of my temple. I don't want people to accidentally see that.
Meanwhile, I look like Chris Chan's like cartoonishly pimpled fucking character that he drew.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Like for not. I get it for like if you're recording something, if we're doing something for the channel and you know. But like if I'm just in the server, I'm not gonna fucking care at all, because I mean I say server, I I don't think people realize our Discord server is like the 4 people on Robo-Cafe and Aiden. It's not like a community.
Yeah.
It's 5 friends.
If you want
So
your, however, if you
We're
want
all
your,
real life. Well, most of us are real life friends.
yeah, some of us are only E friends.
yeah, some of us,
Some of us have never met in real life. In fact,
I know. If you saw that in the Robo-Cafe, the Robo-Cafe videos, it's just holograms.
we use voice doubles and body doubles.
Exactly.
Well, no, not voice doubles. We dub over. So yeah.
Yeah.
We get body doubles, and then we dub over them.
The reason my voice is always so shit is because I'm actually dubbed in post.
Yeah.
By a French Canadian man named Jack Wans.
Yeah.
Does a really great job, actually. Thanks, Jack Wans. If you're while you're reading this.
Yeah. So I was listening to you guys.
We get paid 3 pennies more.
Well, he won't, but I was listening to you guys' shitty China episode today before I uploaded it. No, it was actually a good episode to BH, but like, you guys are so boring. I mean, come on.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mentioned in the video. It was
it
was gonna be. I tried to have a topic to it.
Bing, ding, ding. Robo-Cafe bingo.
No, that's a bingo.
Bingo.
Talking about bingo.
No, Robo-Cafe talking about how they're not funny.
And Robo-Cafe talking about
Robo-Cafe.
and then Bing and then Bing and then Bing and then Zhaoxun Haozhong Wo.
So as you went Bing Chilling.
我有冰淇淋我好喜欢冰淇淋 There sure
And link that up. Pair that. Was that perfect? Was that perfect?
I'm pretty good at the John Cena. I tried doing the 2B2T one for ages and I can never do it. It was like the Chinese fit MC was like I'm sure to do that. Pop up should 2B2T and then he goes like way too fast.
If you listen to the end of the last podcast, I wanted to do the ice cream, the John Cena ice cream thing, but like I accidentally sort of start off doing the 2v2 thing. You can notice it.
Chinese people are the same to you.
Yeah.
Oh,
you just watch the video, like.
Yeah.
You just watch the John Cena Bing Chiling video until you get it.
Burn it into your head.
Yeah.
Chinese is a real language. There's a cadence to it. You can speak it.
Chinese is a very particular language actually as well.
Yeah,
because it's all based on like how like your pitch and shit. It's like a super like a one sentence can have a completely different meaning depending on how like if you raise or lower a vowel sound or whatever. I say Chinese and Mandarin. I don't know. I think Cantonese is similar, but I don't know much about Cantonese.
Yeah, most symbological, not typographic, whatever the fuck they're called languages, descend from ancient Chinese anyway. So they all have the same sort of ancestors.
I know at the start of the video, John Cena says like "Hello China" or whatever.
Hello China.
It says
Run.
早晨好中国 That's like good morning China or hello China, whatever the fuck. And then the second one is like I have ice cream, I like ice cream. And then I think he talks about the new Fast and Furious. So
yeah,
it's actually, if you know Japanese and you look at the first Connor's doing some dash cam footage on his webcam right now.
Yeah.
Alien found footage.
Yeah.
No one else can see this. No.
Yeah, I'm not recording my Discord screen, so it's just.
Oh, Connor's go seeing the camera right now.
Oh my god, Connor's spread arse cheeks and shit is pouring out of his arsehole. This big yellow diarrhea spray is just. It's
like it caked the webcam. Oh my god.
In my mouth.
Oh, I did cake farts on the webcam.
He's eating the shit. He's eating it. He's grabbing globbles and shit and eating it. He's putting it in his mouth.
Notice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Notice viewers, the second that they try to slender me, they always go to piss and shit. I wonder why.
literally cope.
Humor. Let's receive.
Yeah. So for the audience,
not going shirtless.
For the audience, usually we record Robo-Casts at like 6:37. It's like 11. It's like 20 past 11 p.m. right now.
Oh yeah.
So you know,
bedtime.
It's some of these motherfuckers. It's bedtime.
Look, I had to watch the Elvis Presley movie with my mum.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, I said, like I had to. Like I had a gun to my head.
She came up to you and said, "Listen, you fucking freak! You were going to watch Elvis."
She grabbed me by like the scruff, like just by my hair, just like you're gonna watch this fucking movie with me. No, but like
it's the darkness.
But like, she just said she's in town. She's gonna leave on Saturday as a recording. So she said she's like, I'm gonna watch the Elvis movie. Do you want to come and watch it? I was like, yeah, I'll come. And it was okay. It was okay.
Cool. Wait, Connor, can I look at your thing again? Can you all right. So I can see your mic, so I can fix it for you live here.
Okay.
So pull it forwards the other direction. Wait, what?
My chair really far back for that bit. So
where is the mute button relative to you? Okay, that's fine then. You should actually have it the other way around, so the mute button is facing you. But when it's like that, it's still good because it's going up into your mouth, so it's fine. And now he's deep throating the mic.
I'm not deep throating legally.
It's kind of.
I can't get it in my
sorry,
mouth.
yeah, he's regular throating his mic, his Blue Yeti microphone.
Look, it's good
It
enough.
Costs like $210 or something, and isn't. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I think we last episode I was on, I also talked about the Blue Yeti being not good for the price.
Oh yeah,
it's not good for the price. Get a cheaper mic; it'll do better things.
Yeah, but I have it, so I'm not gonna buy another one.
Yeah, no, me neither. I'm not. You know, I also have it. I'm not gonna buy another one.
Buy another one.
Children,
specifically primary school children. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk about primary school because I was
within 400 meters, and then you had to step back.
Exactly. I was driving. I was practicing for my L's, and I was oh wait a minute. I'm in a school zone. Fuck, I'm not allowed to be here, and I booked it all the way through the school zone.
You get like fucking, 4 kids.
Oh yeah, it was like fucking 110K, but you know. You know what's worth it? I'm killing kids, or because I'm not allowed being there. So ultimately, it's gonna wear down on me either way.
Look, originally why you got that thing, it was like you were hanging around that fucking school with your My Hero Academia hoodie, and you're getting a little too close to those fucking kids.
Listen,
they all start screaming and fucking.
They start yelping.
Okay, it's not my fault. I needed to do a report for Turning Point USA about how the liberals are infecting schools. So like, how else am I going to get close to a school?
Did you have to grab?
Like you got too close. That's the thing. You started ripping off their clothes to see if there's like any like implants from like Antifa implants inside of them. Okay, so it's like,
well, listen, sacrifices have to be made for this in the name of journalism.
You start taking photos as well, which was really good.
You need to have evidence. I mean, what the fuck's Mr. USA, Mr. Turning Point USA is gonna do if I don't have documentation?
I want pictures of children. I want pictures of naked children.
If I go to Big Dennis's office and he doesn't have proof, then I'm gonna be in a lot of trouble.
I want pictures of naked children by the end of today.
Dennis Prager's bisexual, so kind of awesome.
Dennis Prager is kind of like...
No, he's not, isn't he? But he just said that he thinks that like the neutral state of people is bisexual.
I think fucking dudes.
Which is pretty based, but also he's a objectively fucking comic book bad guy. So
true, but also it's funny.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about primary school because this is actually what because I always think to myself in the format of either being on a podcast or being on a stream. Like when I just think thoughts to myself, I think it as if I'm speaking or like saying them to another person.
I think most people do that.
Yeah, it's
not special.
Okay, I don't know, because people don't talk about how they fucking talk to themselves that often. So,
Just talk about how we diddle ourselves.
Yeah, well, okay. So I was thinking about how gifted and talented programs are a fucking scam.
Obviously.
Oh yeah.
Because I was a gifted it was called extension in our school. Just not like the program itself, but like extension, because we did extension English or extension maths or whatever. We'd be taken out of class to like do extra shit that was like, but like, for the smart kids, right? So I was always like an extension kid, and I was like, but I feel like all that really did for me is inflate my ego.
Obviously.
Because I literally have a vivid memory of being in, I think, grade 5, and consciously thinking to myself, like, I like, these people like aren't on the same level as me. I actually had like a superiority complex related to like, these people just like, they're all just simple. And like I'm better than them.
Like throbbing veins on your forehead. It's like, I'm better than these.
Yeah,
it's like that episode where Mordecai and Rigby take the fucking thought juice.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? Like fucking like Moki show when he takes when he does meth.
And they go really smart. Fuck, but like I had there was like that reminds me. I don't think we had a extension program at my school. Like because it was pre. Like,
I'm sure they would have had something.
I think they may have been there.
There was only about like 5 or 6 kids in my like group that I was in.
Yeah, but
I don't never like a big, huge thing. It was me, 2 girls or it was always the same 2 girls, and then a variation of a couple of like other girls, and then Tadhg later on in like grade 5 and 6, and Mitchell for a bit, who was not. Oh, he hasn't been on anything. Mitchell is just our friend.
Yes, as we stated before.
I don't know. I'm sure we've mentioned him at some point, but
yeah, we have.
Like, yeah,
it's just
he's just my friend Mitchell. I went to primary school with him. He's not that important. Not in that way, just for the purpose of the story. He's an important person to me, like, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, but fucking like I swear to God, like I think I like, mind you, it wasn't that fucking like I wasn't that really socially conscious as while I was in primary school. Like fuck you, Connor. But
Connor, you were like relentlessly bullied, so you can't really talk shit.
Yeah, fuck you. I was bullied too, but like everyone
people make fun of you, so haha.
Everyone just thought I was the fucking like psycho, like autismo kid.
Psycho Andy.
Yeah, psycho Andy McJuggernuggets moment, but like. But fucking yeah, I sort of like I recall. I don't think there was any fucking sort of like excellence program at my school, legit. Because I just don't. I don't think we had really the space for it as well.
I'm sure there would have been. You may just not have been conscious of it.
Yeah, that's probably the case.
It's never a huge amount of kids. Like it's always like just like a couple kids, and I would always just go like out, because we didn't have like special classes. I was in normal classes. I just got pulled out of it to go to like the library, or sometimes I would just sit outside with like my group that I would always kind of be with.
I never asked, what sort of things would you learn about? I'm sure we've discussed this in private. But just like what would you learn about specifically?
It was just like, it depends what you were doing. I was never in extension maths because I've always been retarded. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's the word you're looking for.
Connor, you're close to your fucking mic. I can barely hear you.
Sorry.
It's all good. Yeah, I've always been fucking stupid and couldn't do maths. So I was never in. Maybe I was in like once or something, because like they just put them all in and then they realized, oh, this kid has no hope. But I was in extension English, and we would just kind of do like a lot of reading comprehension shit. and like we'd sometimes get like extra like worksheets in class and stuff. And we would the big thing is we would just get chosen for a lot of like sort of extracurricular like smart person activities that the school ran. Like I did a Reader's Cup, which is like a thing that people do in Australia. I don't know. I think it's international, but it's basically you just like read a bunch of books. Like I think it's 5 books per round, and then you just do a fuck ton of reading comprehension questions on them at like an event. And we won the first round. That was pretty cool. We went to states, I think.
That's cool.
Yeah, what states? It was just in Brisbane, so it was like not really far to get there. Yeah, it was because we went to like this private ass school as well to compete, and our like raggedy ass shitty public school uniforms, and we beat all the kids at Reader's Cup.
Fuck you, private
school kids. Lick my balls, you fucking freak.
You saying that has activated like 10 neurons at once. I'll let you finish. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, no, that was pretty much it. I just got taken out to like do like I don't have very sharp memory of exactly what I did. I just mostly did English stuff. Oh no! Fuck! Oh, I went monkey brain for a second. No, the big thing I did. Did you? Oh wait, no. That was a high school thing. I did as well, but that was a different thing. Did you have you ever like done the No, have you ever done the thing where it's like I did it in primary and high school, but I thought you guys may have done it, but then I realized I don't think you weren't in my grade 9 English class, grade 10 or something. It was like, have you ever done that shit kind of like sort of like that weird like remote classroom type shit?
Remote classroom?
Yeah, so like we would go, they would take us sometimes like once a week or twice a week or something to like the computer lab, and we would like put on we would put on these like cheap shitty headphones, and we would like go on like some dated ass fucking virtual classroom software, which is like just like it's some kind of like really dated like call function, and they could like play slides and shit kind of, and I would like have special lessons with like these like this like particular teachers and like all these other kids from like a bunch of different schools around like the world. I was meant to be like, oh, virtual learning and shit. Like I don't know if they were testing something or if they just thought, oh well, we'll get these smart kids all together and do something, but it was horrible. I hated it.
I never did anything like that.
No.
I actually did, but it was mine was a computing class where we learned to code in Scratch. The embodiment of hubris.
I fucking wish we did that, man.
It was really fun, actually. We made an asteroids game.
Yeah, that sounds way better than what I did.
Yeah, it was. Nothing. I'm just saying I also had that, but for something else.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was that thing. We just got that was the big one I remember doing.
Yeah. But for me, when you said the reading eggs cup, my mind immediately flashed to, I don't think there is anything that encapsulates my primary school experience more than reading eggs and reading express.
It wasn't reading eggs cup, it was just Reader's Cup.
Yeah, but like I don't care, that's the new
I know what you mean though.
Reading eggs. Reading eggs was a thing, but
reading express went fucking bananas, dude.
I remember playing that shit in year 3, year 4.
Yeah,
doing that shit
reading express was so
computer.
good.
Reading eggs was mid, but like
reading express was
express was fucking awesome because they actually like they took that fucking trend of like kids online MMOs and actually made like a really fucking good one, like that was made for education.
Yeah, my big thing was it was reading. Okay, can you shop a couple images like the apartment and the underground? What it was basically is for all you who did not experience the wonders of reading eggs, it was an educational software where you would go into like a dungeon, you would read a passage, and then you would fill out a form, like a reading comprehension form.
Yeah.
But the big thing was, with those, after that, you'd play a mini game, and some of those mini games were actually really good.
Yeah. No, it was fun. Like that was the whole there was the big dungeon thing which everyone did. It was like a full giant fucking like maze and rooms and shit you'd do.
The big thing was the apartments.
Yeah. Because you could go to you could go to like libraries and shit as well and do like basically the same thing where you just read a book and basically everything was earned by reading a book and answering comprehension. And
imagine the non-evil version of the that one episode of Black Mirror where they live in the me world, but like unironically awesome.
Yeah, there was so much cool shit. Like you'd read and you get like this like egg money or whatever, and then you'd use that egg money to then like buy. So it was so much shit you could get for your apartment, and like your fucking outfits and shit, and it was so cool.
The thing was, right, unironically, what they did was so clever was some of the things were really hard to get, and they would have a time where everyone was on. So it was that thing where, you know, like, he has it, but I don't. What's wrong with me, you know?
Mm.
Like, you
that FOMO in there.
Yeah.
Like I had the Mars background, which was because I'm not skilled in very much, but what I am skilled in is reading and reading comprehension. You know, all that. Throwing a bit of casual racism for the
awesome
sauce. But I've always been very good at reading, so I managed to get to the Mars background, and I'll tell you what, the bullying stopped after that.
Yeah. Fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, just a thing came off my my super lube oil.
Super lube.
It's for keyboards.
Yeah, not for
I just hate it whenever you say lubricant. Like, oh yeah, I got some lube, and everyone's like, dude,
sex?
You fucking shut the fuck up, you stupid bitch. My arse lube's in its own other place.
No, when I think of lube, I think of a fucking car. So I'm an awesome guy.
Cool. Yeah, you're a bloke. You're a fucking.
I'm a you.
But like, what was I also fucking thinking?
Saying Reading Express.
Reading Express, yeah, I play that show because for like the entirety of primary school, I was in special ed most of the time. Like they let me out to do normal classes, but like the good part of the time, I was in special ed.
Let you out like it's a fucking cat. Like it's just a cage. Feral,
they would have one of those Wrangler fucking teachers, like the fucking just to be there on standby in case I did anything. But I was good. Like I was actually this is actually good. This is something like actually so fucked up. Because like year 6, I was like thinking like, oh yeah, they're gonna let me actually do shit now. And like, I remember this so vividly. They had me in the maths class, and like we were learning multiplication. That's when you're generally starting to like get a hang of things and doing more complex stuff. And like we were just sitting there, we were just actually doing it, and it's like this is really fun. And I was like engaging with it, and I was having overall a great time in the class and that. And then the special ed people notice it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna get all the special ed students, and we're gonna put them all at the back at the other end of the class, and on their own table where everyone else can see them.
Segregation.
Legit segregation. And they had us do like legit, I'm not fucking kidding you, they had us like do fucking year 2 maths.
Nice.
Which is like year 2 maths book. So I didn't learn a fucking thing. And I just sat at the end of the fucking class just doing these fucking workbooks. Just like doing just baby maths while everyone actually just learnt the real shit.
That's like a... No, go on.
I was actually like, I just remember sitting at that fucking class just being fucking miserable because like I just felt humiliated every day having to do just shit like this is like I fucking like I was doing well initially when I was in that fucking like learning shit, like actually learning shit, and then they put me out and I was like thinking, fuck, I don't want to do this. I just didn't do anything.
That was like what I did in grade 10 to pass maths for my QCE, because you have to get a numeracy check on like a little checklist to get a QCE, which is like a high school graduate certificate for
then
viewers not from Queensland.
So they had like Maths A, which is like Well, Maths A was essential maths, was the baby maths.
Maths
right?
A is dumb maths, and then Maths C is the highest maths, and Math B is just normal maths.
Yeah.
But then they had a thing.
I was in Math B for basically my entire career, but I think that's like the big thing is with how special people are treated, is that there's no spectrum. You either just like I know what it was like on the other side of the line, where Max stood, because even though it doesn't seem like it, I would say slightly less autistic than Max.
No, it's just that you weren't diagnosed autistic until...
No, I was.
It was like grade 6 when everyone was like...
No, I was when I was... Well, I guess that would have been when I was 13, yeah.
Yeah, like you were like finishing primary school by the time like you were like known to be autistic, so everyone just thought you were like weird before, you know... Before it was like,
I had that.
Because he has Asperger's.
Oh. Asperger's.
I'm gonna go hang myself.
Nah.
But like, I've always had that fucking autism diagnosis. Pretty much over my entire life, I had that fucking type of like autismo, and I think my mom is like, she says this all the time. I don't really believe her. But it's like if I just like let you if I just listened to the doctors and I didn't try to make you normal, you would have become autistic as hell. You would have become.
Yeah, I think that's how it works.
I think
I don't think that has worked.
I think there is an element of nurture, but there's also like don't want to go on a fucking tangent about autistic children, but like
no, because that's 3/3 the experience here is autistic children. So I think it is important. I mean,
fuck up.
Gotta.
I'm not autistic. I'm just special in other ways.
Yeah, you have ADHD and
autism.
Yeah, that's all you really have. That's all you...
Yeah.
That's all you got. I have 3 dental disorders.
That's all you have, huh? Typical of a rookie. Yeah, well, I
have autism, I have ADHD, and I have Tourette's. So
that's cool. Well, I was in gifted and talented, and you were in special ed, so...
Yeah, fuck it, well... Yeah, shit, you got me there.
Sorry, Connor, you were like speaking, and we cut you off. I actually wrote that on the bingo, that I'm making an official Robo-Café bingo. I literally wrote on it, somebody cuts Connor off mid-sentence.
He's sad. Crying. He's crying, he's bawling his eyes out in the face cam.
Well, if he's not gonna add his 2 cents, I'll say my... I do...
No, I won't.
Okay.
I just think that, I think, for me, that was really how important it kind of became, was that being the different, I completely forgot what I was going to say.
You were talking about autistic kids and raising them like, quote, normal, or raising them like with autism. That's where we were talking about.
The thing is, right, people, it's definitely both nature and nurture, but to what extent most psychologists don't really know, because this is something I actually fucking study. But the big thing is that it's really hard to that if you try to pressure someone into being something, they'll probably turn out to be even worse. So if you try to make an autistic kid become normal, they'll probably end up pushing their autistic traits into another facet of their personality, and that's how people end up quote unquote warped. Crash Bandicoot warped.
It's like,
you know, that's my point here.
Crash Bandicoot's an autistic icon.
Definitely.
Exactly.
No, I think it's more less raising an autistic kid to like suppress the autism, and more just raising them at like a regular child, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, you have to look out if your child has like, you know, the sort of degrees of autism where they like actually have things that need to be attended to. Like some people, some autistic kids and stuff really do need like attention and stuff.
Especially non-verbal autism as well.
Yeah, non-verbal autism, I think it's sort of too far gone at that point.
Yeah, but that's what actually turns the line from Hold on, I'm doing some maths in my head.
He's doing the calculations of
Big Minority Report screen comes up in front of Connor.
Yeah. Minority Report.
He's in the bathtub. He's naked. He's floating there. It's like I know what to do.
Yeah, I'm wearing clothes in the bathtub.
He's wearing a Matrix Neo jacket in the bathtub, but only the jacket.
Bathtub.
Yeah, he has a bathtub as well.
Yep. His chub looks like a bathtub.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's possible, but it just is.
You carry the conversation now. I'll go back to playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
No.
I've been doing that the entire time.
Okay. Awesome. Well,
awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
my point.
To get back sorry.
Basically, the more you try and force someone, the more you try and like damn the rivers of their personality, the more harshly they start to become something else.
Mm.
That's why people who get really compressed their entire life usually end up with terrible disorders. Because it's complicated. I mean, psychology is a whole field of study.
No, it makes a lot of sense. It's the same. It's the same way people do like gay conversion therapy and shit. You know, it's like they're not gonna end up not gay. They're just gonna end up like putting their gayness in like other fucking weird areas and like being horribly mentally ill.
Yeah.
I mean if it isn't really bad if the endpoint is the same as where they started.
Let's talk about being a child again.
Being a child.
Being in primary school.
Yeah, back to let's make it silly.
Yeah.
I've experienced some silly things while I'm in primary school, and like I've had a fair few silly stories. I'm just wondering, what's the silliest thing you've seen in primary school?
Silliest thing I saw, or silliest thing I did?
That can be both. It can be both. It's a bit open ended in that regard.
Silliest thing I did was probably flash a kid my penis, and then he told on me, and I had to go apologize to him.
What was this?
Grade 2 or something, I think. Maybe grade 3. No, grade 2.
I think I did that something similar. And
what's fucked up?
Like last year.
See, what's fucked up is like, so the story is like, I go to take a piss in the bathroom, and I've had long hair my whole life, or like not long hair like I have now, but I've had hair that covers like my face my whole life. Like it goes, I would usually cut it. I guess you would call it like bob length. And then I would cut it as soon as it hit my shoulders, because primary school, once it was shoulder length, you had to tie it back, and I didn't want to tie my hair up because that was weird, and only girls did that. And so,
how did that turn out for you?
Yeah, well, yeah. Now I'm a flaming faggot homosexual, but I still don't really tie my hair back that much. I tie my hair back for the functionality of it, and that's about it. So basically, case in point, I looked like a little girl for most of being like a kid, because kids don't really like, but prepubescent people kind of just look the same. They just dress different, right? Like,
yeah.
So I just kind of looked like, yeah, well, yeah, it's the same fucking person until the hormones start pumping into them. So yeah, I like, people would always just say it to me when I was a kid, and like, I mean, it thought me and my sister were sisters or whatever, and I was just a tomboy. Whatever, it doesn't fucking matter. The reason is because I went to take a piss, and I was at the trough thing. It's like, as schools never have like full urinals, they just have like a big wall that you piss on. And I was just like pissing there, and it was weird because this was like our regular toilets were closed, so we had to go to like, I think they were the grade 1 toilets officially. I think we were in grade 2, so we meant to pee at the grade 2 toilets. And so I was pissing, and the kids just kept being like, "Get out of here, you're a girl." Well, all that fucking shit, right? Nari and Tadhg were also there, by the way. Just heads up. Close friends of me. And I was like, no, fuck. I didn't say fuck. I was like, no, I'm not a girl. Stop. And then I walked out. Not walked out. I was in the bathroom still. I was like, you want to see proof I'm not a girl? And then I just like showed my dick. And then I went away and thought nothing of it because like that kid also had his dick out seconds prior, right? We were in a fucking bathroom. So it's like, oh, whatever. Just you know, who the fuck cares? But then,
even then, at that age, you don't really think of the implications.
Exactly. I wasn't fucking flashing the kid like, look at my willy, you little fucking. I was defending myself.
Yeah.
Running your own.
I was literally being harassed in a fucking bathroom. This is just like fucking transgender bathroom debacle. And so and then I went back to class, and then a teacher came and was like, Banjo, come with me. It was a woman, actually, so it didn't sound like that.
No, they sounded like that.
No, she did not. And it took me to this guy's classroom, and I had to like say sorry to him, and he had to say sorry to me. And I think my mum, when I got home, they like called my mum about it, and she was like, "What did you do?" And I felt really embarrassed.
Aww.
But I still stand my ground that I'm in the right there almost entirely.
Well, he telltale on you.
Yeah, he told on me for showing my cock in a bathroom as if we weren't pissing already.
Yeah, fuck you.
Like it's not like it's, you know, if you're staring at my fucking prepubescent cock and balls, that's your fault, bud.
I think also back to the why I had a similar event to that, but like I was like we were like I think it was like lunch or something, and they were just like sitting around in the group and that, and then like a kid's for like as like a jest sprayed the water bottle on me, and it like went on my pants, and I was like, oh no, my pants! Like I was just checking. I was like, because I was like weirdly autistic about my clothes and then getting wet at that age. And I was like checking. It's like, oh, I got to check my undies, and like you see they're wet. So I thought it was like soaked through and shit. So it was gonna look like look like I peed my pants. I didn't really consider that I accidentally sort of like I flashed myself until it was like too late. And then I think like the next period afterwards, I had to go up to this other like head teacher and and she has to explain to me how that was inappropriate, and I felt really embarrassed.
Lol.
So I didn't really consider. It's like, oh yeah, I was just trying to explain. It's like I was just checking. It was like, but Max, you do realize you did show your cock and balls to everyone.
Yeah.
My big contribution to that is stop describing your tiny little fucking 3 inches of cock and balls.
It's funny though.
It's funny.
Yeah, but Willy is even funnier.
No, it's funnier to say cock and balls.
That is true.
You'll never understand.
I've been absolutely defeated by this argument. Continue.
There's a primary school thing about my balls as well.
Right.
At on grade 6 Canberra trip. On grade 6 Canberra trip, when we would like all grade 6 went to Canberra to see the quote snow there, which is actually just like fucking shitty ice. I was in a cabin with like some kids who like I kind of knew well, but also didn't know well. Like I didn't hate them, but I didn't like them either. No, I know I liked them, but I didn't dislike them. Kind of, I don't know. I liked one of them. I liked one of them actually. The other one I didn't like at all. He was really annoying, but he was friends with the other one. So our cabin, it was like a group. It was like a cabin. It was like 4 of us. We were like 11 to 12 years old, and our shower's lock didn't work. So, like the lock on the shower door didn't work. Everyone else's worked. And so I was just like, it was just a thing that people in my cabin did, that they would just open up the fucking shower door and people were taking a shower. So I was like, I was just showering, and then this kid opens up the door and I'm like, what the fuck, stop. And then he's like, yeah, dude, what the fuck, man, those giant nuts. And then from that day forward, I realized that I have large testicles. That's just an origin story for me realizing that I have, large balls. But I was like, what the fuck? That's such a weird thing to notice.
Yeah.
Like, the kid pulls open my door while I'm showering, which, first off, gay as fuck. Just all off the bat, right? I know it's like, oh, funny fucking prank. That's gay, dude.
Yes.
You're 11 at this point. You're like just hormonal enough to realize that it's gay as well, And he looks at my naked ass body, my naked 11-year-old body. I say that like he's an adult. He was also 11, so yeah, whatever. And then looks straight at my package and comments on the size of my testicles.
Package.
And it's like, what's up with you, man? Why are you doing that?
Yeah, that's
I'd have to keep up with what he was doing. I think in high school he saw 21 Pilots live in like grade 8 or something. I don't know. He didn't go to our school.
Warning signs.
No, he did actually for like a year, but I never spoke to him. And he left. Also, the other kid in the cabin, who was the kid who I didn't get along with, he was the same kid who drew fucking these shitty comics about Connor that was just like blatant bullying.
Oh, those are classic.
Yeah.
Actually, you can say the name. I just look back on it and find it funny.
I don't want to say his name to protect his just privacy or whatever.
Why?
I don't know. It's just like not a totally uncommon name. I don't want him to find it and be like, actually, I don't give a shit if he finds it. And he literally fucking literally bullied the shit out of Connor. So it's not like.
Yeah, even if you're not going to say the name, the thing about it was I think Beta was really insecure about his weight because I've always been quite chubby, but Beta is a porker.
Well, that's the thing, like, because so for the thing, this kid, Connor said his name Baden, whatever. Yeah. He drew these comics about Connor, and the whole punchline was just like Connor was a big fucking round like dough fat man. He just like flew to this like guy and shit because he was so fat, like a balloon or whatever. And look, Connor is overweight, right? That's a fact. But so was he. So was him. Him, whatever.
Yeah.
Like a lot more is the thing.
That's why it's like it's such a weird like you can't be in a position to be like, I mean, bullying is bad, cool, whatever, don't bully, shut the fuck up, bullying is awesome, but
it's only when I'm doing it.
But only when you have grounds to do it.
Yeah.
If there was some fucking skinny ass, perfect skin, like supermodel child bullying Connor, I'd at least see where he's coming from, right? Mm-hmm. Because he's like objectively better looking than everyone in the grade, but like this kid was not skinny. So I don't get how he could make these fucking comics making fun of a kid for being fat when this kid was also fat. It's just the most oxymoronic thing.
It's hypocrisy,
Yeah. He definitely had some kind of learning disability though. I think he actually was special ed. I don't know.
Yeah, had a complex about his weight, definitely. Yeah, Like I do, but like that's more I have anger issues, not I draw like shit like Christian comics.
Yeah, look, I mean, you can have a complex about your weight, but it's the way you go about it, right? Yeah, it's the way he went about it by like actively making fun of someone else. It's like, don't do that, brother. Come on.
I just do that by like being psychotic.
Yeah.
And, incredibly high anger issues and libido. That's it. Easy.
That kid, he was such a pain in the ass to have a cabin with because he was such a like baby child that he didn't know how to like do the most basic things on Earth. I hated it. I also hated grade 5 camp. We were with a kid who said he didn't know how to make his own bed.
What?
I remember that.
And me and Mitchell, again, bringing back Mitchell, had to make his bed for him because they had like a daily competitions on whose room was the cleanest, and we were like, oh, we need to win. And we did it once, and we spent fucking ages cleaning the cabin, and then we're like, this is way too much effort. Like, no one else is gonna help. This is gay. So we stopped.
Specifically because his maids wasn't it the fact that his maids always did it?
His mom always did it. He was like, I don't know how to do it. My mom does it for me.
My mom does it.
Man, we were 10 years old at that point. Make your own bed, dude.
Yeah.
It was way. Yeah.
What the fuck was I thinking? Like I don't think I ever did. Like, I don't think I don't. I didn't. I don't know. I mean, I don't think I did. I didn't do any like. I school didn't have the Canberra trip. Actually.
Yeah, classic POV school.
Yeah, POV school, and then also my school like they only did like the year 6 camp, the year 5 and year 6 camp, and I for some reason I skipped out on both those. It's like I don't really have any friends, and like I was like weirdly attached to like, oh no, I don't want to be out of the house for that long at a time. I feel like I'd get scared.
Oh, live your safe space.
Actually, yes, and like
Another.
So I was a bit look, I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit retarded as a kid, but like
as a
you've
kid,
you've got.
I'm still retarded now, but like I was even more retarded as a kid.
Motherfucker, we had to coach Max on how to talk to humans the other day.
Yeah.
Me and Aiden, it was like, oh, I'm not. My boss asked me if I can work tomorrow, but I can't work tomorrow. What do I do?
Say no.
We were like, dude, just say sorry. I can't work tomorrow.
I was like, I get anxious when like talking to people because there's this unspoken rule where you can't just have to like if they ask you to come in, you come in.
That's not an unspoken rule, motherfucker. That's unspoken rule for people who are like trying to like be the ultimate kiss ass. As long as my motto is as long as you do your job to like. As long as when you're there, you're like actually doing your best and doing your job as best you can. I don't think they're gonna fire you. You know.
Yeah.
Like it's not. I don't know. That's just the way I operate. And if they ask me to come in and I don't want to come in, or if I can't, I'll just say no. And if I want to come in because I want money, I'll say yes. It's like how I approach having a job, and that's just me. It was just funny though. It was very funny that me and Aiden had to be like. So what you do is you say sorry, I can't come to work tomorrow. And I was like, oh, but what if? How should I word it? What should I do?
I was scared that she was gonna like, I see through your fucking lies. You coming in tomorrow or you're fired.
But you like what? But you couldn't even.
Max, you are actually insane. That is what happens in children's cartoons. That is not what happens in real life.
Yeah, it's like comically evil bosses.
It's like fucking Vinny from like Timmy Turner. Fucking evil babysitter shit.
But to get back to gifted and talented kids, I wanna make the comment that I want to make a couple comments, couple stories about realizing that I am the greatest kid that gave me a massive superiority complex in primary school, which also made a lot of people call me a weird kid and not want to be friends with me.
Which is fair.
I actually remember on the plane ride to the Canberra trip, the girl sitting next to me like audibly whispered to the girl behind her, like, "Can you swap seats with me? I don't want to sit next to Banjo." It's like fucking ouch, dude. Jesus
Christ.
Yeah. It's not even a long trip as well. It was here to Sydney and then we got a bus to Canberra. Like, fuck, dude. It's not that long.
That's mean.
I don't smell bad or anything, but anyway. Yeah, I remember the first thing where I registered in my head where I was like actually like smarter than other kids was that because I had always, when you talk about shit like this, you sound vain as fuck, which is like, I guess
objectively true.
Is a part of that, but it's also like I was legitimately, like, weirdly very developmentally ahead in a lot of literacy things compared to other kids my age. Like, I could read and write my name before I got into school.
I mean, I think it's just a thing that's... everyone averages out in development, but some people just start out a lot smarter than others.
Yeah, it evened out eventually, and I became a fucking...
It always does.
Actually, I wasn't stupid in high school. I was just depressed in high school, but... Fucking... Okay, Connor. Literally got A's and B's, but fuck you. No, I remember the first time being like consciously registering that, because as like I look back on it now as a kid, it's like, yeah, I was fucking genius actually. I was literally Jimmy Neutron boy genius. But even when I was that age, I remember registering it when we had to write something in like grade 1. We were just like taking turns writing shit on like the board, or like giving like little presentations or whatever to the class, like show and tell or something. And I know the date only because it was a day before my sister's birthday, because I wrote on the board, tomorrow is my sister's birthday, and I used an apostrophe S to indicate possession, right? And you're not meant to learn that until like grade 2 or 3. You're not expected to know what that means. And I hadn't, to my knowledge, I don't think I had like asked my mom what that meant or anything. I think I had just read shit and been like, oh yeah, I see, they have the apostrophe before it belongs to someone, and then just understanding that. And my grade 1 teacher was like confused. She thought I just drawn a little scribble on the board, and then realized that I had actually used like correct grammar, and she was like, all right, don't worry about that, you know, like leave that one out, because I think she didn't want to, you know, confuse the other kids who were like below me, you know. You know what I mean? Who were just like on a lesser level than me. But then that fucking bitch decided to make it so we had to answer maths questions before we had free time in the mornings. Because usually every like morning we would have like half an hour of free time where we would just like play with toys and shit. And then she was like, oh no, you need to answer maths questions on the board and then you get free time. And I can't fucking do maths, so I never got free time like ever again the entire year because of that. Fuck you, actually.
I love how in your mind you're both constantly thinking I'm so smart and I'm so stupid, because you're just like constantly thinking about, you know, how smart you are, and also you can't do maths at all.
Yeah. I was,
hypocrisy of the naked mind.
I was very, very, very ahead in terms of reading and writing, and spelling in particular. I was very good at spelling words, but I was terrible at maths, and still am. So, but I remember. Oh no, Max's PC is wigging out.
Wigging out.
I snatched my wig. OMG, sweaty
Takes my powder wig away. Can't smash my gavel because of it.
Yeah. I remember as well, I was doing my sight words. Did you do sight words in New Zealand fucking primary?
I don't remember. Like my last memory of primary before, I think most of it just got deleted in my brain.
Damn.
My last memory of primary was burying myself in sand to win a fucking hide and seek competition, and I fucking won it.
Nice.
My PC fucking like actually just like blew up.
PC
then.
Direct.
Lol.
Yeah, we get.
I think
that's the last memory I have from
like it just broke.
Nice.
Also, you're gonna have dog shit audio. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
I would say where I live, but there's actually not many people who live around there, so it is kind of doxing me. Like, you could figure it out very easy about where I used to live, so I'm not going to do that.
Cool.
I just have no memories of, like, before. I don't have much memories of primary anyway. I don't think...
You don't think?
I thought the car paused and I thought like, oh my god, my Mac
doesn't
froze.
think.
Yeah, that was
fuck. I was actually so scared.
There's a little bit of a different setup punchline.
Don't worry, Connor. I have memories of you in primary school for like the 2 years you were in my primary. I remember you giving a speech about having autism in front of the class.
I was made to do that.
And me clapping like a white woman.
You're so brave. Oh my god, he's so brave.
It's the only way you know how to clap, let's be honest.
I think like that's weird.
Don't kick yourself.
Because you guys look like a pretty solid friend group throughout all of primary school. Like,
not really.
We had like a couple of friends.
Me and Connor Connor was my friend in primary school, but I wouldn't like hang out with him too much in terms of like.
No, you didn't like to be associated with me for good reason, mind you, Bella.
I liked you. It was fun. It was just like we didn't. It was more my friends in primary were like, a lot of it like Nari Tadhg, and I keep referring to them as if people don't know who they are, but if you've listened to the podcast, they've both been on.
If you listen to the deep lore,
yeah, if you don't know, if this is your first time listening, Tadhg is another member, and Nari is his twin brother. Yeah, and I've been friends with him since grade 1. So I'm
grade 1, the first grain.
The first grain, yeah. When we were both but grains, I was friends with them.
Yes.
And then and then we had a girl in our friendship group for a bit, and then we stopped seeing her in high school, really. And I had Mitchell, but like Connor, I didn't really speak to that much. I spoke to Connor a lot in grade 6 tennis. And grade 5 tennis, actually. Yeah, because no one else did tennis. Because tennis was like the sport you did in our school.
If you didn't want to do sport.
Yeah, if you didn't really like sport because it was cheaper, because you didn't have to catch a bus. And like, it was, you just like went down to the thing and and you'd always have time back at school where you'd be able to play flash games on the class computers.
Yeah.
Oh, yo, fucking, that reminds me. I think I told you this. I think there was like a sport. There was an option to do no sport. Because all the schools were sport, but like there was this option in my school where you just did no sport, and it would just be like, so there's a whole day you just stay at the school and just do nothing.
Damn.
You just hang out with fucking like your friends, but I didn't really have anyone else to hang out with, so I just sort of just hang out with.
I was like Max. Like, was I your big first friend?
In primary school, Connor?
No, I mean, like, did you even have that many friends? Did you have anyone in primary school?
I was gonna say earlier that I like Buddy Lighter, and like I had people that I was like on good terms with, but I didn't have any fucking friends.
Damn.
Like,
trust nobody.
It sounds so sad. Yeah, I didn't have any friends in primary school. But like, I legit like did it because I was very picky with my friends. Like weirdly, like in that sense. But like also, I think people just didn't like me in the first place because, again, just the autistic kids. No one really wants to hang out with them.
Yeah.
And then like autistic kids, and even then, those fucking autistic kids, they had a vendetta against me because I was like, this is another thing, and like. While in like when you do the special ed classes, you get free time, and there'll just be like a bunch of toys on the ground, and kids would just fucking like play around with the fucking toys. And there was this one kid, I'm not gonna say his name, not to say names or anything, but he was we just call him the Zoob Lord, and he was he reigned king supreme of free time because he just took like entire boxes of Zoobs, and you'd build like had all these characters. He had of course the Zoob. He had the Zoob Lord, who was just him. He was the king of everything. He was king of all Zoobs, and by proxy, Bionicles and Lego. And like all these like Zoob characters and shit, little Zoob goblins and that. I think like one time in year 4, I made like a Zoob character, sort of like. Just like I was like, Brady, it was like, hey man, can I borrow some Zoobs? And he was like, he was really angry with me. So I think one time, like when he wasn't looking, I took the Zoob Lord and I fucking broke him. Like I tore him to shreds.
King shit.
Yeah.
And he got really angry at me, and it's like ever since.
Alpha.
No, they fucking all the fucking like everyone in that special ed class just hated my guts because I killed the Zoob Lord.
And they're like prison gangs, fucking. Yeah, man, what you do? What you do to the fucking Zoob Lord, man? Fuck, man.
Zoob Lord, like cholos and shit.
Yeah, man, you can't join our fucking gang, man.
Fucking Zoob gang, man. And drinking Zoob Modelos. But fucking no, like so yeah. People just didn't really like me. So back onto like I would hang out with some people. but they were just like we were just on good terms. We didn't really hang out or anything outside of this. But so like in the no sport sort of thing, I think I have a good story. I told you this once, and yeah, they would take us out to play sport, like just like little games and that, not like actual sport, just like kick a ball around for like an hour and then go back inside. So I think one of the people I'd hang out with, they'd kicked the ball too far and like kicked it into the oval. It's like, hey Max, can you get the ball for us? And I was like, yeah, sure. I didn't register at the time that like at that certain time of the day, our school had a fully dedicated sprinkler system activated. Like, and it would just like these are massive, like this is like golf course sprinklers. They like fucking sprayed everywhere. And so like I went out to go get the ball, and I think it's like, oh, the sprinkler, it's turning away. So I think like if I get in the right time, I won't get wet.
Like fucking
but it didn't occur to me. It's like they were still like
secret agent
like,
dodging lasers and shit.
Yeah, like fucking James Bond. Like I'm just gonna like roll into the attack to like avoid getting wet. But it didn't occur to me because I was
iframes.
Actually retarded. That like they don't actually shoot out just sprays of water. They shoot out mist. So like when I ran out to get the ball at the right time, I just got completely just like this cloud of mist is still lingering in the air, and it just wets my clothes like instantly. Just wets, like my entire body just gets wet. Like all my clothes are fucked. Like my shoes, like my hair, like everything. It's just like it's drenched in water. The teacher sees me instantly, blows this big fucking lard ass gym teacher, blows this big stupid whistle. That's my sound of a whistle, I guess. But like, he was like, Max, principal's office now.
Oh,
and like I was like, so I was just trying to say, nah, go to the office. And
you didn't even get your cock out this time when you got wet, and you still went to the office. What the fuck?
It's not fair. It's bullshit. But like,
that punchline.
So yeah, I went to the office completely drenched. And like they were just looking. Like the teacher wasn't there with me as well, so they're just like, I'm just went to the front office, and like the first thing they see is just this kid, just completely drenched. And they're just like, just what the fuck happened? Like,
why the fuck would you go to the office? I guess it's because you're not meant to be there. Like, it's such a minor thing. Who the fuck cares?
They just gave me like a towel and it's like, yeah, just like sit in for the rest, like until like home, I guess. And I was like,
I thought that the setup from before that you were telling the stories in order and you were going to start taking off your clothes after the mist got on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they fucking told you, like they're just taking the towel. So I undressed and they
give you the towel. You need to check that your underwear didn't get wet, so you need to just real quick whip it out.
Just flash it to the wall to see.
Did no, sorry.
No, but like, yeah, go on.
Did you guys? I say you guys. Connor went to the same school as me. Did you have like Survivor Day at your not high school, your primary school?
Yeah, it was one of the best days.
Well, I know you did, Connor. We went to the same school.
You were asking a question and I was responding.
Survivor Day? What the fuck is Survivor Day?
Damn, your school had fucking nothing. What the fuck?
We had sports carnival cross country. We had that.
So Survivor Day was a thing that.
Yeah, just school had fucking marbles and fucking Tic Tacs.
Yeah, Zoobs, dude. My school had fucking Duplo and Lego. And stuck with fucking Zoobs and fucking no sport day. No, but Survivor Day was a thing that my school ran, or our school ran. Me and Connor went to the same one.
Don't dox us.
That it was basically you would get in like a little team of like you and your friends, and you would like it was for the thing that it was day that grade 6s had. It used to be grade 7s because grade 7 used to be the end of primary school, and then it became the start of high school. So then it was grade 6.
Yeah, for us it was an end. That was like a big thing. It was like an end of an era. Like we were just on the verge.
We were the second group to graduate at grade 6, I think.
Yeah.
The same with we're the second group to graduate with ATAR instead of OP in Queensland. But fucking yeah, so the grade 6s, we had the teachers and some kids who were, and the kids in the 5-6 class, and I have, I do have a story pertaining to that, but I'll just touch on it later. We had it was basically you would get in like a small group of people, so like I think like 3 or 4 people, and you would find like a spot to make like camp. So you could bring whatever you wanted, like as long as it wasn't like a weapon, what? Camp in the school. So we had like a tent that we like propped up in like a little like bush patches, and we had like our little base of operations and shit. So everyone had like a team.
Team?
Yeah, so everyone was in a team, and basically what they would do is you would run around school, and there would be teachers in like different posts and shit. And they would have different like challenges for you to do. So like you would have like a checklist of like, all right, so we did this one, we need to go, do this challenge next. All right, we did this one, and whoever like, I don't remember if there was like a reward to it or if it was just like fucking, bragging rights the win, but it was just like a thing you got to do when you were like about to leave school. And so we yeah, so you would go around and like it was some fucking gross shit as well. One of them was like, I don't remember what it was, but one of them was like you have to eat like a fucking one of them was you have to like eat like a whole spoon of, was it Vegemite or was it something else? It was something rancid.
That's actually rank.
It was like it was literally like hard to do, and I could ask my sister about it at some point. I think she remembers it quite well. But yeah, you had to like eat like a whole like a bunch of stuff that was like really gross, and then there was one where you had to like I think balance a thing on like your head and walk a certain way or something. There was one that like they weren't all to the same extent. Like obviously the food eating one was the most like, oh what the crap, this is crazy. And then there was like one where you just had to like shoot fucking basketball hoops in and shit. I think it changed every year slightly. So like whatever they wanted.
Did you actually stay over or like?
No. We it was one day.
Was this one? Okay.
We would get to school and then we'd just do it for the day. And I remember the best one was it was like pay attention to the color of like the principal's tie. So like that was like a point, and they always did it like every year. Our like so on a checklist, like if you can answer what color the principal's tie was that day, you get a point for it. But the principal had like 3 or 4 ties that he would like shuffle out constantly. So like you would always go to like check and see, like you'd always like go to the office to like see what his tie was, and he would have like a different one on depending. So he just like fucked with us.
That's like what the fuck?
It was awesome.
Metal Gear Solid information warfare.
Yeah. But it was so cool. It was like it was the best shit. You could have like different costumes and like team names and shit.
Oh fuck with these kids, man.
It was really, really fun. It was like that was more fun than Canberra trip.
I like the ice on Canberra trip. That's something I really remember because I got hit really hard with a block of ice. Specifically, so that's why I remember it so much.
I remember going to see the snow at Canberra and being really underwhelmed, and then seeing what real snow looks like and realizing that there wasn't really snow. It was just sort of like layers of like slushy on the ground.
Like that's what it is. Like especially like around Fredborough and that, it's not even actual snow.
Yeah.
So it's just like they just basically they just chew up just get like blocks of ice and then chew it up.
Yeah, I was like, ah, damn, this shit's kind of sucks.
Yeah, they put the blocks of ice in the big mouth on the Canberra Hills.
Yeah.
Then they feed it a bunch of sweets and it starts chewing.
But yeah, so about Survivor Day though, I have another story because it's actually not that interesting, but it was kind of cool because I got to do a bunch of like managerial stuff on it one year. Like I was in on it with my friend, me and Mitchell, because I effectively like did grade 6 twice, kind of. I was in my school had like a balancing issue for like kids in a cohort, so it happened pretty often with all grades, but it meant that my grade 5 class, my grade 5 class was half grade 5 kids and half grade 6 kids, because there was like not enough to make full classes of each of them and not enough teachers to like do it. So I basically, what they did, and I think they only did it for the first year they ran it, because the second year they ran it, Aiden was in the grade 6 portion and he's smart, but the first year what they did is they basically took a bunch of like kind of stupid grade 6 kids. They're all nice. I really liked all like the people in my class, but they were not the brightest. And that like a bunch of like the extension like smart grade 5 kids, and they put them in like a class together to like, you know, breed. They think, oh well, it evens it out, kind of.
Like breed.
Not, you know, yeah, to breed. We'd just be breeding and shit.
Just fucking like crazy.
But so that meant that I kind of just did grade 6 twice, but I couldn't do all of the fun grade 6 shit because because that's a thing only they get to do. So like I instead like ran some of the things on Survivor Day. A bunch of grade 6 kids come around. I was like issuing them challenges and shit. It was fun. A 5-6 class was wild because in grade 6 you do a debating unit where it's like
I distinctly remember that.
Yeah, so
that was an absolute travesty. I
loved the debating unit. It was in grade 6 you do a debating unit, and then like you do like internal class debates, and then you then do like outside of like whoever wins in like the class debate circuit, you would like challenge other classes and shit and debate them. And so and then I think eventually who won actually got to do like, there was some like actual outside of school like debate tournament that we did. But I remember because we had like a team in my 5-6 class where it was like, I think it was just the grade 5 team. So it was like, because most of what we did was grade 6 curriculum, apart from like history or some shit, we then like for history, we like went out into grade 5 curriculum for some reason. So like we did this debating unit, and I was just like, I remember it was kind of like the whole cohort was really mad at us because the grade 5 kids were like beating all of the grade 6 kids in debates.
Yo.
So like a lot of the grade 6s were really fucking salty because it's like, what, they shouldn't even be allowed in.
How would you beat them? What sort of debates were they?
You would get a debate topic, so there'd be like, say, like what? There's like 25 kids in a class or something, 26. You would break that up evenly into teams of 3, and then you would give you would have topics for them to debate, like a yes or no thing, and you would give one team a yes, one team a no, and you would keep going. That was how it was. Remember, I had to argue that video games were a waste of time.
Classic.
Yeah.
Still believe it to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you don't play Fortnite anymore.
I literally played Fortnite yesterday.
That's just actually incorrect.
We played it together.
Yeah.
Yep. Also, news to Fortnite. The Gritty is back in the store.
Yeah, guys, Gritty's in item shop right now. This podcast I'll upload a week after, so it probably won't be, but yesterday at least, the Gritty was in the item shop, guys. So if you're after the Gritty, hop on Fortnite right now.
Time travel. If you're listening to in a week's time and it's not on there, travel back in time to this point, so you can get the Gritty in Fortnite.
So you can get Gritty.
It's a very that's a public service announcement.
Yeah.
Get the Gritty in Fortnite. It's a great emote.
Do you guys have any fucking horrible teachers?
Oh fuck!
Like teachers that you just hated the shit out of?
Fucking
I remember having one, but I don't remember what their name was or who they even are. I don't really remember having any terrible teachers.
Was it at our school? Because I could maybe remember them.
No, I just remember the feelings, not anything else.
Damn.
For me,
I remember
vibes and feelings way better than actual events.
I remember my homeroom teacher. She fucking like.
Good homeroom in primary.
Sort of weirdly, like homeroom, but not really. You just go there to get name marked off, and then
you had different teachers in primary. We had just the same for everything.
We had different teachers.
That's weird.
We had teachers for English. We had teachers for science and math.
That's fucking weird.
It was weird.
High school was one teacher taught you everything, apart from religion, which was for some reason a thing we still had to do.
Yeah. We still had religion, as well.
I don't know why that's still a thing that's enforced.
It was only on one day, but it was only...
Yeah, it was just like a period out of a day, but it fucking sucked ass.
Yeah, it was odd. But fucking...
You mean you don't love...
God loves all of us. God.
Yeah, except for the kids who are sitting in the class next door because they're not Christian. He doesn't like those ones.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking... Except for that brown kid next door whose parents are Indian.
Yeah, God's gonna smite you, mate. But like, fucking like, my teacher, she was the English teacher for my thing, but like also the homeroom teacher, my main teacher. She was like, I think she might have been bipolar in retrospection because like she was really nice some bits, then just really fucking mean. Like I remember one time I got like genuinely upset over something. I was like crying and that. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. And just like, oh my god, why are you still crying?
That's like fucking Call of Duty trash talk cadence.
Yeah.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Are you still crying?
Dude? Oh my god, dude, fucking shut up.
It was insane.
Yeah, what a fucking vile bitch.
Also my well, it's like the thing is, like, I really dislike like when you two had the special ed teacher that's just like, and like in retrospection, she just didn't like. She just said to herself in later years, like, see, I'm not really good with kids, and now I'm just main one. It's like, why are you working a job?
Yeah, what?
You predominantly work with kids.
Why? Yeah, what the fuck? Why?
But like, she was like, she's just like, she had zero fucking patience when it came to like special ed kids and shit. But like,
why was she teaching special ed?
I don't know. And like she would get really mad as well. Like like she was very stern. But like I think I grew in like year 6, I really grew to respect her, and she became like one of my favorite teachers because she just like she actually talked to me like I was like a person instead of just like not a special ed student. Like
that happens to some teachers.
Like I was thinking it's like you were the biggest cunt to me for a long time, but like now you're just thick. Like you're just actually a cool teacher now.
Yeah. My school had like 2 PE teachers. Like it had like 2 PE teachers. So I remember everyone, there was like a young one and an old one. Young-ish one. He was probably late 30s, early 40s, but the other one had grey hair, so that's how I determined. I remember everyone in like the earlier grades was always like, or no, everyone in general was always like, oh, the young one, he's way cooler, he's so much more fun, you know. Yeah, I hope I have PE with him, because PE was the only thing where you didn't have your like own teacher. And music, a couple things, but like majority of things were one teacher. And everyone was like, oh, you know, you gotta have the young teacher, he's the best. But like I thought that because like at the start, cause I joined this like weird hive mind thing, and then I realized that he was just like a cunt. Like he was the type that just like if you didn't get PE, like I didn't hate PE. I mean, I probably hated it, but only because I had it in my head because I was really bad at it and didn't understand it. That grew me, you know, that made me grow to hate it, to like dread doing it and stuff. And he would call you out and shit if you weren't like, you know, getting it, or like be really, you know, I think the sporty kids and the kids who knew how to like, not even the sporty kids, the kids who knew how to like do shit were like, oh, he's so much cool and he's so much fun. But when you're like me and you don't understand half of what you're meant to do in PE. Half because I'm brain dead ADHD and couldn't focus on what he's saying, and half just because I'm not like active. Like it's just not in my thing. Like sometimes it'd just be like, all right, today we're playing Aussie rules, and then we would go, and it's like, who the fuck knows how to play Aussie rules? You know? Damn, fucking tough crowd, huh?
Like PE teachers, like that's.
Well, I was asking who knows how to play Aussie rules. I was just asking.
I don't.
Yeah, I was asking if you knew how to play Aussie rules.
I'm a Kiwi.
I don't know how to play Aussie rules football. I don't know how to play fucking rugby either.
I don't think anyone knows how to play. I don't like.
I kind of know rugby. I know the basics of you have to throw it behind you and you score by getting tries. That's like it.
I don't fucking I
wonder cricket.
Look, I like my dad was a very, very sports oriented man. If you didn't know already, but like, I don't understand anything about NRL or anything I legit don't.
Lol.
Like it's just complete polar opposites in terms of like sport. Really big into sport, made it played it professionally. Then it's like I don't know what the fuck is. You just kick the ball around.
What is a dummy half? What the fuck are you talking about?
Big English.
But yeah, no, there was this teacher, and everyone wanted the young teacher all the time as their teacher, and I thought that as well at the start because I had the old one in like prep, and he was like, I was like, I don't understand, he's weird and gruff and old. But like then I had the old teacher in like grade 5 and 6, like after having the young one for like every other grade. I was like, holy shit, he's way cooler. Like he's just like actually gets what the fuck you're like. He understands like explaining shit, and like he wouldn't go off at you if you like didn't understand or like weren't into it. He would just sort of like be whatever about it. He just accepted that like not everyone was like the same type of person. This young guy, he was like expected every kid to act the exact fucking same, and it was really weird and annoying. I remember one time I just fidget as like a person naturally because I had horrible undiagnosed ADD as a child. So like I would like find anything to like mess with, and because I didn't have like a desk or like any pencil to chew on or fucking eraser to tear into little pieces, I was just like sitting out on the oval, like out in the little shade next to the oval, and I was just like chewing on like the button of my shirt, and he like fucking exploded on me. He was just like explaining whatever shit. We were sitting in lines, and he fucking yelled. He said, "Banjo, you're supposed to be listening to me, not eating your shirt." And I was like, "Shut!" Like, what?
That's actually
fucking die, you stupid cunt. I hope that teacher rots in hell.
It's like unnecessary at that point.
He fucking screamed in front of my whole class.
You could have just said, "Hey, pay attention," instead of just like making like a big fucking exam. Like, fuck. Why is it like always PE teachers are just like the biggest assholes?
PE teachers are the giant, like fucking. It sucks, man. PE teachers in primary school are always like just. PE teachers are either the chillest people on earth or like the biggest cunts imaginable. There's no in between.
Even just like some like guy, it's like, oh yeah, like I kind of just want to help kids, in sport. I don't know, but I'm not really smart, so like I'll just do sport.
Our fucking like some of them, like our grade 12 dean was a fucking PE teacher, and he was fucking sick.
Yeah, it was like
he was cool, but there were like other PE teachers who were just like, oh fuck this guy.
There's some just like failed athletes, I guess, and then just like
all the old guy PE teachers in high school in particular are always the worst.
Oh fuck those guys! I fucking hated. I had like the high school, like the when we did like HPE in like year 8, year 9. I had this fucking like my fucking HPE teacher was such a cunt. I fucking hated him.
Yeah.
Oh god, he made like. He would always antagonize. Like he would I think like I wasn't getting it for one assessment, and he just like He like fucking like for like 30 minutes straight just looked at me, just looking over my assessment, just like broke me down for like 30 minutes. Just like I felt like I was like an episode of Mindhunter. Like he was trying, it was like interrogating me, like just like breaking me down over the course of these 30 minutes. I was like, so what are you doing? It's like you had all this time to work the assessment, and then you just don't get it. You still don't get it. I'm just like, what is it? Well, I'm just trying to understand here. And I'm just like, I don't fucking know, man. I just don't know what I was doing. I'm like, fucking, leave me alone, man. I'm just fuck, man. Like, I felt like it was genuinely oppressive to be around him. Like, it was fucked up.
Yeah.
That guy should have been an interrogator instead of being a PE teacher.
Yeah. Better wrote. Fucking half PE teachers would probably love to go to fucking police academy and just fucking yell at innocent people for doing nothing.
It's like a classic fucking like egomaniac job. If you can't be like a police officer, you might as well just be a PE teacher, I guess. So it's like the hierarchy is it's like if you just you just like if you can't be a cop, you become like a mall cop. Even if you can't get a mall cop, you become a PE teacher.
Yeah, instead of a gun, you get a fucking NRL ball.
Fucking punt that shit in someone's head.
I would say my worst teacher was my music teacher.
Oh yeah.
Because
music teachers are like weird. Like they were like usually pretty old and that.
Yeah, music teachers are usually old women.
Yeah, the bitches.
It's so weird. My music teacher, she was like this. She was like this lovely, like nice lady for like almost all throughout my primary. Like I generally liked her. Fucking, and I even in choir as well from like I think grade 3 onwards, grade 4, something like that. And she did choir as well, so I was like I was like with her a lot, and I was always like, oh yeah, she's chill. And then we did a musical at my school, and I played the lead antagonist, which granted on me it's probably just a bad casting choice on them. But I also only auditioned for the lead antagonist, so it's probably like, oh, well, they don't want me to miss out, because then I would feel bad. But, because I'm fucking, if, you know, I'm an awkward person now, but as a kid, I was fucking, like, superhumanly shy and, like, quiet around people. I was not, like, a flashy entertainer, you know?
Yeah.
So I played the lead antagonist, and like I was like struggling to like yell my lines out to the crowd because I was like nervous, and like there was people there and shit. It's like, and then she just like eventually started just being such a fucking bitch, and like, you know, yeah, maybe I could have done better, but also I was like a kid. Like the extent she got angry at me was far too much.
That's like
I remember mid fucking rehearsal, I just like ran off and literally cried backstage.
That's horrible.
Like, and then the like student teacher fucking, like, we had like she was like a uni student, like doing a like prac or whatever, like helping run the musical. She like came to me and was like, hey, come on, like, you know. And then the teacher never even said sorry.
Fucking bitch.
I hate that fucking teacher. Band teacher was way cooler. She was awesome.
Fucking
she was swag. Band was sick.
I think like, speaking of musicals, I think I said this to you. Have we said this in the podcast? How I did like year 5 musical, where like we were doing like a dramatic replaying of like some like Australian guy getting fucking assassinated, and like I was supposed to get assassinated, and I didn't come in on that day because I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
But the whole thing would end about all of us like getting up and just like seeing Pharrell Williams by like happy. It's like because I'm happy. It's
So
like
fucking
getting his
dumb.
throat slit. Getting his throat slit. Then it's like because I'm happy as long. If you feel that happiness, like it's like the most like two most juxtaposing things you could possibly do. Like I still don't get. I was like, why? I don't like. This is like retarded. They could just replace me, and I just didn't go for the performance that day, and I just stayed home and just played games.
Nice.
I didn't want to do that because it was like fucking hated like singing that song. They practice for it so many times every week, and it's like, well, we're gonna sing Pharrell happy by Pharrell Williams. I was like, no. Like everyone in my class was like, "This sucks. I hate this." We're all just singing. It's like, fuck. I wish we were just doing something else with our lives. Instead of just like, clap along if you feel that happiness is a dream. As after the guy just like blood spilling out of his throat, he's like gasping,
Just pouring out fucking. Happiness is new. Yeah.
You see, the thing
I
is,
think
right,
I also.
this is a misery cast for you fellas, but for me, because I remember basically none of this, I am just completely like fine, and I'm not like trauma.
It's not misery. It just happened. It's just like fun. It's just shit that happened. Like,
yeah,
I'm not sitting here like this shaped me as a person. I fucking.
Well,
I have to speak to my psychologist about my grade 6 music teacher. Like, it didn't affect me seriously. I just remember hating her. No, I had a similar thing though, Max. Every class in my grade 6 cohort had to do like a dance at our graduation ceremony. So we all had like a dance routine we had to do, and like a teacher, like a dance teacher that would come out and like teach us all. And we'd have like dedicated like periods. And my class, I think it was Uptown Funk, which my class's song was. And look, honestly, the routine wasn't even that bad. The big thing that I hated doing was each like row of people had like a pose they had to do for a certain thing. And I had to do like the flexing the muscles pose thing, and that legit made me want to fucking kill myself. I don't know if that's like fucking some sort of like early age sign of some faggot shit, or if that's just like me being generally like weak willed. Like I never wanted to. The idea of like appearing as some fucking macho like man dude really irked me. Like to the point where I was made uncomfortable doing that pose.
Oh yeah, fucking like.
I have it's and then what happened? I don't remember. I guess I had some sort of operation or like an injury or something at some point, and so. I remember being like, "Oh no, I'm injured. I can't do the dance," which was like, "Oh fuck yeah, convenient timing." And then I remember being like, actually, like my teacher as well, going to be like, you're probably like, because I got injured like a little bit, like a good few weeks before graduation, and I remember he just being like, you're probably fine now. I think like, it's been long enough, and I remember being like, nope. No, I'm actually I'm too injured. Actually, I can't actually go up there and do that. So
can't flex. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't do the dance. I'm too out of shape. So I just watched. I managed to get out of it by just sitting in the audience and watching. I did everything else for graduation. I was in the band for it and everything.
You didn't have to wag school and play Black Ops Zombies.
Yeah. Well, if I wagged my graduation, my primary school, I don't think my parents would have let me wag my primary school graduation.
That's a bit different, but
everyone walked out. Everyone was outside, like, yeah, we made it. And I think I said like goodbye to like a couple friends that I had, and then left because I had no friends. Not like it wasn't a bad thing. I didn't have that many friends in primary school. I had like a small circle of people.
Yeah.
I was
I didn't have any friends, period.
I was the weird kid, and then later on I was sort of I was the weird kid, and then Me and Tadhg were kind of weird kids for a bit. And we were sort of a duo. Same with me and Mitchell. But then Mitchell kind of got his own crew a little bit in grade 6. But then we started hanging out again in high school. And then fucking Nari was always kind of like not popular, but he kind of definitely rose up the ranks a little bit in grade 6. He also started hanging out with a lot of girls in grade 6.
Yeah,
boy.
Nari had 2 fucking grade 6 girlfriends, which is very funny. Nari's like the gayest man on earth now.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gay.
Yeah, no, he is. He's gay as fuck. Not in a bad way. No, you can't be gay in a bad way. I heart all gay people.
Yeah, I heart gay people.
Yeah, so it's just funny. It's funny, like the cope, you know.
Yeah.
Like no, I'm straight. Here, I have grade 6 girlfriends.
Like, not really. Not really. It's like we're just friends, right? But it's like.
Dude, I remember the popular kids who like the like sporty kids always they always
have like a girl.
They always had boyfriends and girlfriends in like grade 5 and 6, and they're like, "Oh, dude, they're the coolest." And I was like, they don't know anything what that means. Like,
I remember my fucking like we'll grab. I think it was like a cohort thing. No, it was like the whole. I think it was the whole thing of like it's like year 4, 5, and 6. They were gathered together in like the whole like lunch area. The principal just basically fucking yelled at us the whole time about it's like, you don't understand. I'm tired of this mess of you calling each other boyfriend and girlfriend. You don't understand what that means. Stop it.
Fucking relationship epidemic.
Yeah, that's like it was.
All these kids.
Sort of. Everyone just like
all these kids hooking up.
Yeah, on their phone. They text. That's what the same time when they banned phones in the school. They have to like put your phone in.
You had a period where you could bring your phone to the school?
Well, I think a couple of kids bring the phone. You weren't technically allowed to, but it got to a point where it was like, all the kids that bring their phone into class, you gotta knock it off. You gotta bring it to the front. You gotta bring.
Yeah, my school was always, if you had a phone, you had to put it in the front office and then collect it after school.
It's a good policy.
I remember because I would always wake up really late for primary school because I do that.
Yeah.
You know, I woke up really late for high school as well. I just don't sleep good. And I would get to school like fucking 10-20 minutes late and put it in the office always. I never gave a shit though.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, it's primary. Probably, I was always smart enough in primary and high school that my attendance, like, it was like, oh, come on, Banjo, get it out of the red, man. But it was also like, I was getting A's. So I was like, well, like, you can't really tell me to do shit. You know what I mean?
If I'm getting good A's, you know, I don't have to worry about it.
I remember the whole thing. It's like, oh, if you have 3 unexplained lates in a row, is in high school. If you have 3 in a row, then you get a detention, like an after-school detention on Monday, like every time.
Longest time they just didn't follow up on that.
I had 1. I did 1 detention, and it was actually good because what I was gonna do anyway was go home and do homework, like work on assignments. So all I did was just sit in the library instead and work on assignments, and then I just left.
That's good.
Like it was and then I wish I like kept track of how many times I was late in high school, but like then I just never, because in grade 11 it was a lot. I was probably late more days than I was on time, to be honest.
I think it was like a lot of classes we had in the morning is like it was a common thing. You just show up late.
Yeah, a lot of my teachers just like started being like, yeah, whatever. Like our English teacher just signed me in, not unexplained. So it was like, oh, cool.
Yeah,
my art teacher was like, I remember I showed up to art class. There was like 20 minutes left of the period. I was like, Miss, do I have to sign in? She's like, nah. I'll sign in for you. I didn't do anything in the period.
Oh God.
It was fucking like that's the thing. You can't do shit if like your grade 11, 12 high school is like fucking. Teachers just start seeing you more as equals. So
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
definitely.
It's a little less big of a deal.
So they go from like I'm babysitting you to like I'm just hanging out. I'm just showing you things and that the world and that because you're gonna get fucked over and like get up and leave. You're gonna get.
Yeah, it was.
No, I'm just trying to help you out, man.
Yeah.
But fucking like, I was thinking about the crazy shit. I think I'll just list some shit off. Like, I remember one time year 5, I was getting really badly bullied by these these three groups of girls. No, it was year 4. They were in year 5, and they were like really badly bullying me to the point where like I was like climbing a rock wall. They were making me do like climb the rock wall, we'll beat you up. And I was like, okay. And one of them was up there already, and she fucking like, while I was midway climbing up, it is a fucking high rock wall as well. It's like fucking it was like 3 meters up into the air, and like she fucking like just fucking pegged a fucking fully spiked a fucking basketball into my face, and I fell off the rock wall.
Wow.
Onto the ground.
Bitch.
Like these are fucking psychos. And also like another crazy thing, I mentioned it before we started recording. I think in year 4 as well. I think I saw someone like trying to jerk off in the middle of class. And the teacher just like looked at him, just like he couldn't do anything because like what the fuck do you even do in that situation? So he just like shook his head.
You think the kid knew what he was doing?
I don't fucking know. It's year 4.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was he just like ooh, when I rub my pee-pee it feel good.
Ooh,
I think that's what it was. He was also like putting fucking like Sharpies and fucking like pencils into his pants.
Up his urethra, yeah.
Awesome.
Maybe. It was crazy. It's like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Like, what the fuck? Doing some weird shit. Like, I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
But anything wild like that? You guys have anything like profane or like?
I mean, for me, I had much of it I don't remember, and also I didn't have anything fucking like that, dude. Most of the stories I can remember are from high school, and that's the sequel to this. So.
Yeah, that's the high school stories episode.
Yeah, we'll do that eventually.
We can do it next week if we want.
That'd be good.
We can also split this one into 2 parts because it's long, but
yeah. And then we can do stuff that we're doing moving forward. Maybe it'll be a good 3-part or 4-part or whatever.
Fuck. Yeah, no, I got dacked once. That was like probably the most like.
That always sucks.
Yeah, it was just like some fucking. I should remember his name. I think it was. I don't know, I won't say it. Not like it matters, but I still won't say it. I was in grade 3, I think. I don't even know the kid. I think he more had it out for Nari and Tadhg, and I was just hanging out with them. And then he like him and his boys like chased us through the school, and then like pulled our pants down, and that was it. He was in like grade 4 or 5, and we were like grade 3. I was like, like, what the fuck, man? I actually remember, I think, consciously thinking at that age as well, like, what are you doing with your time? Like, I'm a weaker, I'm just like a target. I'm a weaker person than you know? Like, literally just find someone else.
There's a big difference between year 5 and year 3.
Yeah, I'm just some, like, stupid fucking, like, dumbass kid. Like, just want to dack someone in your own grade, man. Like, I wasn't even that distraught by it, like, because I didn't pull out my underwear, so, like, I wasn't, cock and balls out in the school. I was just, like, I pulled my pants up and they left. That was the thing my cousin had. Yeah, my cousin, when you're a kid sometimes and you just, like, don't wear underwear?
Yeah.
And you really, like, you either forget or you just, like, don't feel like... Sometimes. Have you never just, like, forgotten to wear underwear when you were little? Or just, like, didn't want to? Or, like...
Yeah.
Some kids don't like wearing underwear. That's what, like, boxers are. Like silk boxers and shit. Or, like, not silk, but, like, they're fake silk or whatever boxers, That's like, underwear for people who just don't like wearing underwear. Because it's, like, open. But,
Wait, we were supposed to get past that phase?
Well, Connor, I know you walk around your house with like fucking Austin Powers holding novelty objects in front of your penis and to obscure them in a comical fashion, but
the game I play for fun
as
and
fuck
profit.
around everyone, you know. But
yeah.
like,
But yeah, you are meant to grow out of that one.
Oh, okay.
I used to wear underwear I used to not wear any underwear in my house all the time. Like if I wore pajama pants, I wouldn't wear underwear. Now I do though. Because I realized when I wearing like pajama shorts in the summer, I got dangerously close to just like my balls falling out.
My ball.
I was like, yeah, I probably don't want these. Also, sometimes when I would walk, my nuts would slap against each other and would make an audible like, and I'm like,
It's so fucking cool.
it would literally make like a, and I'm like, I don't want people hearing that.
damn.
This was in summer when it was cold. It was hot enough for that to happen.
Oh yeah, the nuts are looser.
Yeah. Especially we've confirmed I have giant fucking balls apparently, so
Yes.
We're like a cool trio. I have the big cock, Banjo's the big balls, Max is the big ass.
Saying I don't have a big ass. Ouch.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
actually think you have the biggest ass out of all of us, Connor.
Oh yeah.
True.
No, like Connor's a bit of a Hank Hill ass, honestly.
No, he doesn't.
Well, I'd have to look at it again. But like,
I don't have a big ass, but I have a lot of fat on my ass. I know because I dissect myself in the mirror, and
I dissect myself on the operating table,
and take femboy photos for my upcoming OnlyFans coming soon. But like so that's the thing. My ass is like, it's not like it's giant, but if you can grab it, and there's a whole lot of shit to grab.
yeah.
It's there's no bone and shit there. It's that there's some fat in my dumpy.
Yeah, there's a.
So true.
I think my ass. I think so. But it's like say. I think we have have. I don't know.
Max, you and me are built the exact fucking same. Like
exactly. It's like
if you put it like a genetic fucking, if you put me and Max both fucking in our underwear like right next to each other, like you would see like 98% the same body.
Yeah.
We're very similar in build.
So yeah. I think that's like it's like dick measuring contest at that point. Like fucking, but like ass measuring.
Yeah.
Or like fucking extra diameter, like 1 inch diameter. That my ass is slightly bigger than yours.
Fuck.
No, you just go the other way. You go the other way.
I got the
like
ball
the
circumference though on you, so.
Well, I have the most aesthetic penis. Yeah, I have the most
aesthetic penis.
So that's so it's 1 a.m. Well, I'm late at night. We're on the primary school podcast. We're talking about. I think this is a good place to.
No.
Yeah, we could wrap now if we want.
I mean, do you have anything else to say about it?
I could go on for a long time, but like that is right. I've been recording for almost 2 hours, so I don't want to make it too long.
Yeah, I'm already I ran out of steam like half an hour ago. I haven't been talking much.
We could continue if
we can continue another time.
We could, yeah.
You have an astounding amount of
school stories part 2 next week, whatever.
Part 2.
Yeah. I'm more interested because high school stories are the ones I actually start to remember.
Yeah.
And that's where the real deep lore of our real life starts to happen.
Yeah, what I'll say is just the one story as I had is my cousin who used to never wear underwear because he didn't like how it felt. Got dacked on the school oval in front of everyone, and then from that day forward he always wore underwear.
Got him.
That's brutal.
Like the middle of the oval. It's like, fuck, man.
Oh,
poor dude. This is before he actually did go to the same primary as me, but it was before I was there, so I didn't get to hear about it or see it.
Okay.
He's like a little bit too older than me. Okay. Well, guys, well, Robo-Café Nation. This has been another episode of your favorite podcast.
beamed directly into your skull without your consent.
Yeah, new main channel video. I joke about it being never coming out, but it will come out probably soonish if I'm up to date on it. I've been editing when you guys were on call earlier. I was editing that whole time, so it's getting close.
But I'm like, just in my opinion, don't just say like soon. Just say like I don't know.
I'm working on it, Christian style.
I'm working
on it. But the Robo-Café videos, most of it is me procrastinating more than it is they're hard to edit. It's me procrastinating and me also having to edit, not having, but me editing for more channels than just Robo-Café. Like I was working on that chip dip upload for a while in between Robo-Cafés.
Video again.
But yeah, any closing words?
Closing statement.
The Elvis movie was alright.